Tom had been gone forever, so I texted him and he told me he was just finishing taking a huge shit.
Finishing a huge shit. Welcome back. We're Mike and Anthony. Today we're looking at some more scary story animations. You guys know what we're doing here is to try not to get scared. You get scared. That's scarier than anything I have ever seen in my life. Trying to breathe in real quick over here.
Oh, that shows jokes.
All right, guys. So hopefully you guys do enjoy.
You sound like you just took a hit. You're like.
I'm not breathing right now. Hope you guys do enjoy it. Don't get scared.
Why did your voice get deeper?
Hold on my breath.
Elevator story.
When I was 19 years old.
Holy shit!
That shit was hella scary.
That shit was hella scary. The volume?
When I was 19 years old in 1985 on New Year's Eve.
In
A bunch of
1985.
my friends and I went to a rooftop
Weren't
bar
even born yet.
hotel. About a half hour before midnight, I ran down to my
40.
car because I had forgotten my camera. I figured I would have plenty of time to get back up there and find my friends. I grabbed my camera and I got into an elevator all by myself. About halfway up, the elevator started shaking and it stopped completely. I was trapped. I have always had a problem with confined spaces,
So you're
so this was
claustrophobic?
not an ideal situation for me. After a few minutes, everything went silent that was going on outside. Then out of nowhere, the elevator lights went out, and I started to hear children laughing. But this was not the type of place where children would be. My heart started beating faster and faster and harder.
Oh,
Then
that.
all of a sudden, I passed out. As I woke up, I noticed that I could not move or talk. I thought to myself, not sleep paralysis again. Then the
What's
light
sleep
started to
paralysis?
flicker on it.
Sleep paralysis when it's like a mental thing where when you fall asleep you sometimes wake up and you can't move, paralyzed at all, and then you see monsters. Like your mind makes like you actually see like demons and shit.
Oh.
And you actually can't move.
I think I had that once in my life.
It's like an actual problem, like it keeps happening to people.
all
Oh,
of a
yeah. It
sudden,
happened to me
I
once, I
see a
think.
black figure
Oh,
Yeah, they
that.
sleep
in the
paralysis,
corner of
yeah.
the elevator, crouching down, smiling at me. I tried to scream, but nothing would come out. I tried to move, but I couldn't. A guy came over the loudspeaker and told me there was an electrical short and that he would have me out soon. There's a camera in the elevator, so to the security guard it looked like I was just laying there. I guess they figured I was drunk, being that it's New Year's. Anyways, every attempt to scream or move, that figure would just start laughing
Yeah.
at me and pointing. This whole time the lights are flickering. Then all of a sudden, I can hear the huge crowds counting down for New Year's.
Wow.
10. The dark figure is staring at me
Oh,
and with a menacing
that.
smile with 10 fingers up.
Bro, I'd be like, you need some eye drops?
He's still looking at me with 9 fingers
Hella
up, and he's moving closer.
We'll need some pink eye.
8. He was still looking at me with 8 fingers up, and he's closer. 7. The same thing. 6.
Damn, I would
the
offer my eye
same
drops.
thing.
Like dead ass. I'd be like, dude, I don't want pink eye when
the
I die.
same thing. 4. He's drooling, and
Ew.
he's much closer.
he's thinking dirty thoughts.
3. He's closer.
Starts teabagging you.
2. He was closer. Then the lights quit flickering, and it was pitch black. Then all of a sudden, outside went silent again. I felt breathing in my right ear. And then out of nowhere, I hear 1. I couldn't breathe. The light started to flicker again, and then the figure was on my chest. And all of a sudden, it was gone. And I can talk and move again. Usually when I have sleep paralysis, something bad happens. Once I got out of the elevator an hour later, I found out that there was a brawl during the countdown on the rooftop bar that I was at, and 4 people were killed by some maniac who was waiting until the end of the countdown to start hacking up people
What
with
the
a machete. Ever since then, I have not had a sleep paralysis episode.
Yo, that's creepy as
That's scary, yeah.
That was pretty creepy.
Wait, didn't the ghost basically save your life then?
Central Ohio that begins
I don't know,
with
that's
a
like,
city
creepy
that
as
has a
The
college
ghost is
that
like,
I
hey,
lived
check this
near.
shit out.
I attended a different college than the one I mentioned and made the 20-minute drive from the city to that college. I also worked nights as a pizza delivery man in the city and the surrounding suburbs. One night, I had an order in the town where my college is located, which is a smaller suburban city northwest of my home city. Now, this call occurred during what my coworkers and I refer to as the dead hour, which is just before the shop closed at 1 in the morning. I begrudgingly took the pizzas, got in the car, and plugged the address into the GPS. I noticed that the house was located off on a back road in what looked like a sparsely populated area. Not thinking much of this, I drove up Route 315 to I-270 East and exited. After passing through downtown, the cemetery, and the college, I drove through some subdevelopments and then onto a smaller road where the house was located. The GPS notified me that I had arrived to my destination, but to my surprise, the house was boarded up.
What the f?
I noticed that there was a small shed in the back of the house that had a small window. There was a flickering light in the window.
Don't f***ing go.
Wait, what?
At this point, almost every
Okay, what the f?
off in my head.
All right.
My hard-ass boss would be pissed if I wimped out on this delivery, so I proceeded towards the shed.
Wait, what?
Be pissed if I wimped out on this delivery. Off in my
Oh,
head.
like wimped out on this
My
delivery.
hard-ass boss would be pissed if I wimped out on this delivery, so I proceeded towards the shed. As I got closer to the shed, I heard a rustling in the bushes next to the driveway. Then I heard a man whisper,
Here they come, baby. 45, 45.
At that point, a man jumped out of the
What the
bushes and two other men jumped out of the shed. They were carrying knives and were wearing these long robes and
Full of
white
ninjas,
masks.
bro.
Hell no,
I
see
made
that.
back to the car just in time. One of the assailants managed to slip my arm.
Full of
As I
ninjas.
escaped, I could see the assailant standing in the middle of the road looking pissed. I probably drove 90 miles per hour on the way back.
That's it?
When I got to the
Weak
shop,
ass.
everyone looked shocked. After explaining everything to them, we contacted the police and dispatched a few officers to the house. When they got there, the assailants were gone. They found some drug paraphernalia in the shed, and some ropes and some weird torture equipment.
That.
I'm down.
Yo.
Bro.
That. I would
Maybe-
have dipped.
Maybe they're just extreme BDSM people.
My friend Tom
Oh, what
from
about the
upstate
drugs?
New York.
Oh, yeah.
On our second night of driving, we were taking some peaceful back road through the woods because we were tired of the noisy highway. So as we were driving down this narrow, dilapidated road,
Dilapidated?
Tom
You mean
suddenly really
dilapicated?
needed to use the bathroom.
Dilapicated.
I asked him if he could hold it, but he said that if he held it any longer, his bladder would explode.
Yeah, f that.
Dude,
So I just
pee in
Give
a
him a
fucking
bottle.
bottle. Yeah,
At a
for
gas
real.
station or something.
Come on, I've driven from Vegas
There's
to home
nothing to
without
be
peeing,
seen,
and that's a
though.
4-hour drive.
So I was thinking about pulling over and letting him piss in the woods, but finally I saw lights cutting through the darkness up ahead. It was a
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven, thank God.
Thank
Thank
God.
God.
Before I'd even parked the car, Tom
Sometimes I don't
flew out
even
the
have
door and
bathrooms,
raced
so I don't get wasted,
inside.
thank God. Should've stopped at a gas station. Not a
I realized
7-Eleven.
while waiting in the dark car I was actually hungry, so I pulled out some change from my pocket. It would at least be enough for a bag of crappy Cheetos or something.
Crappy Cheetos.
So then I went inside.
That's how I know the story's fake. Cheetos are f***ing amazing.
As I was walking through the store examining everything on the shelves, I felt a tingly feeling on my neck, like I was being watched. I turned around and saw a bearded man in a yellow suit casually slip into the other aisle. I rolled my eyes, picked up a bag of Cheez-Its, purchased them, and walked out back to my car, looking at the dark woods behind the 7-Eleven. Tom had been gone forever, so I texted him and he told me he was just finishing taking a huge shit.
Fishing
Tom.
huge shit.
I was just crunching on my Cheez-Its when I heard somebody go, "Psst. Psst."
Hey,
I
it's the
quickly
Cheez-Its
looked
box.
around but saw nobody. Over here.
Maybe you wanted Cheez-Its.
Finally, I
What the
spotted him peeking his head
Sibling.
around a tree in the dark woods. His face was all dirty, and he had glassy eyes.
So he was high.
We stood staring at each other for what seemed like the longest time, until he said, "Come over here. I want to show you something." Hell no.
What's
I got in my car and locked the doors,
he probably winked?
texting Tom to hurry the f*** up.
Wink, wink.
Okay.
I told
Hurry
him
the
there was a
f-
creepy
creepy guy
weirdo
outside.
outside the car. and
Dude,
he was
fade
all
him.
like,
I don't see what the issue is.
Yeah, there's two of you.
Later on, he walked out the doors and climbed into the car, and I hit the gas to get as far away from that.
Fool, fade him. What's wrong? You guys don't like running fades?
As we were driving, I looked back one last time in the rearview mirror and saw 3 cloaked bulky men standing in the trees.
What the hell?
Surrounding the 7-Eleven.
Bet.
Needless to say, I still have no idea what the hell was going on at that place, nor do I ever want to find out.
You almost met Ricardo's Milos. That's
He
what
almost
happened.
met the best thing he'll ever meet.
Exactly. Almost met
The best a man could get. That's all I heard.
the best a man can get.
A few weeks ago, my parents decided to go to Lebanon for a few days while I stayed home. I was happy to have a few days to myself.
Alright, dog,
I decided to
chill.
drive to the lake with my family.
He'll really put on
When I
black
was home.
glasses. Chill. It's just a couple days away
It
from
was
his parents.
remote, surrounded by trees, and barely anyone goes there. I decided to stay for one night though. As I got there, I decided to dare myself into skinny dipping since,
Oh my god.
to be honest, it was quite refreshing and relaxing.
To have my
Yeah.
balls
As it
soaked
was
in
getting
water.
dark, I took out some firewood.
What the
to tie
Dog,
up
put your
myself.
fucking clothes on.
That night, I dared myself into sleeping naked under my towel.
Dog,
so I would
what is,
never
like-
get another chance like
What
that.
said he dared?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
like he,
woke
like
I was shocked.
I can never camp
he's
by myself.
schizophrenic. His other part of him
find my
dared him
clothes
to do it.
I felt scared as this meant I wasn't alone in the woods. To my luck, my car keys weren't stolen, so I decided to get home. However, since I was staying for one night, I didn't bring any extra clothes. Due to my condition, I had to drive on those barely used roads to avoid any exposure to the public. It was a bumpy ride, but it was worth it. After a few hours, I saw a man in the distance near the road. He tripped and hit his head on a rock. Despite my condition, I knew I needed to stop and give him some help. But as I saw him, I realized he was wearing the same clothes I wore yesterday. I got out to ask if he's okay, but he didn't move. As I got closer, he grabbed my hand and looked at me. He had wide eyes and a huge, terrifying smile. I was more scared than I like to admit. I quickly got in my car and drove away.
Yeah, full jack your
I
clothes.
managed to get home by sunset, and it took me a few minutes to get the balls to run to my front door.
Alright,
His
what?
smile haunted me ever since.
What are you gonna do? Follow you on feet?
Yeah, like what the dude, you're straight up butt naked.
The
That's-
devil horror story. Oh, this one's gonna.
I'm
be good.
down.
Never
I love
been the
Satan.
religious type. So when me and my parents went to visit
And Carlos
my Uncle
Milos.
Ben,
Dude, this
who
guy
was
has,
a
like, the
Baptist
raspiest
preacher
throat in
down
the world.
south, I wasn't too thrilled.
That devil
about
been
it.
to him.
He
That
had
devil made him lose
always
his throat.
been one of those people that warned everyone about what would happen to them if they didn't devote their life to the church. And to be honest,
I actually
thought it
believe this
was a
story.
load of
I've seen
crap.
churches like that. It's creepy.
Always warned me that the devil was on the prowl. He had these crazy assumptions that they were demons in human form amongst us, here to
Alright, dog, that's
All
definitely
right,
not human.
chill.
Satan's army. I, of course, shrugged it
Why are you
off
so buff?
as
Yeah,
just
for real,
another
that fool
one
been
of his
working out.
Crazy stories.
Alright, this
that
is an
he
anime
conjured
now.
up in this
This is a
overly paranoid and highly
Ever seen an obese
delusional
devil?
mind.
I don't think so.
They're all shredded.
Yeah.
He
What
had
the? F-
They're all
his
jacked.
house.
Why are they always
There he
jacked?
was,
They all do
standing
P90X.
Never trust a jack
to
dude.
greet us
They do
with his
P90X in their
Bible
house and
clutched
shit.
in his fist,
They eat
tightly.
avocado toast.
They must have a 24-hour gym at the at
past him,
freaking
hell.
hell.
I
There's like
politely
mandatory
spoke to
3-hour
him,
weight routine.
But the only words that escaped his lips were, "Are you ready to protect yourself from the devil now?"
Yeah,
As
sure, whatever.
usual,
I just came because it's
told
Sunday.
him no, that I didn't believe in such nonsense. He then turned to me with the most creepy look on his face and said, "I tried to warn you, but you're on your own now. Good luck. You're gonna need it." Later on that night, during a powerful thunderstorm, as I was sleeping in the guest room, which always seemed to creep me out due to the fact that there was always a large, creepy cross of Jesus,
Wait, why would that freak you out? Isn't Jesus a good thing?
I
That's
had
like the good
finally
guys.
drifted off to sleep, but was awakened.
Yeah, but you open your eyes and you see this Jesus' junk in your face.
Junk in your
I
face.
thought
But
it was
actually,
just
that's not
the
a bad thing.
roof leaking.
I feel protected.
Since it was raining so heavily. But when I opened my eyes and wiped my forehead, it was not rain. It appeared to be blood, which
That-
of course startled me. When the lightning flickered upon the cross,
So you
I
basically
had
pissed off
noticed
God.
that the nails in the hands of the Jesus figure was dripping blood.
Okay.
Then I heard a rustle under the bed. When I looked
Ooga
under
booga.
it,
Ooga
there was
booga
these
booga.
yellow eyes
You see Daquan?
glowing in the
Give me your
darkness.
toes, son.
Give me your
In the
toes,
face of
son.
Whatever it was.
What the f?
floating.
Why he f***ing shredded?
Yeah, for real. Why are all these devils
It
jacked
had
as shit?
horns and teeth.
Yo,
that were
what you
sharp
gave P90X?
and jagged.
For real.
It
That fool eating.
was-
You know, with that gym membership,
devil.
dog. What the f? Make me
Fool out
feel
here,
bad.
fool out here eating
Screamed
avocado
and
toast
ran
and
for
protein
the
bars.
door, but was halted as it grabbed me by my ankle and pulled me under
About to eat
the
your
bed
toes, son.
as I
Give me the
screamed
toes.
for my parents to help me. When they ran into the room and turned on the lights, it had vanished quickly into thin air. I then ran into the arms of my parents breathlessly as my sobbing echoed throughout the room. The next day, in the car, on the ride home, my parents tried to convince me it was just a nightmare, but the red handprint on my ankle proved otherwise.
Damn, GG.
Alright guys, we're gonna end it there. Hope you guys enjoyed these scary animation stories. Did you guys get scared? A little bit. The first one was the scariest, I believe. That shit was
Probably.
weird as fuck. So thank you guys for playing. Hope you guys didn't get scared that much. If you guys want to see another one, can we get 10,000 likes? If we get 10,000 likes, we'll do another one of these. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, hit the notification. We'll see you guys again tomorrow.